It's been about a month, so it's time for a new global mission in Pokemon Sun and Moon. I will say that this one is the most interesting global mission we have seen yet. Defend your champion title, and you only need to do it once, but we need 100,000 total. So let's go and scroll down to the bottom and get the information about this one, because it's pretty wild. So the goal is 100,000 league champion titles between everyone in the world playing right now. One of the lower goals, but at the same time, this is a very large investment. So we just need 100,000 people to do it at least once, and we're good to go. I don't see many people grinding it multiple times. I'll get more into that later on this video. If we double that, everyone receives a moon ball for entering for the Pokemon Global Link if you are a member, and then one league champion title. So you just need to do it once, and that is how you get your 5 rare candies. Now, the weird thing is that to earn the title of league champion, you have to take on the Elite Four and then defeat the current league champion. So that's actually for that first time, and it doesn't count because you need to defend your title. So just a weird little quirk right there, and I'm gonna go and sign up so I can go and get my one out of the way right now. So this is kind of also what I'm going to talk about what's going on, as well as just do a run for myself. You know, might as well get out of the way. I can do some commentary. If that's not for you, click off the video right now. And it looks like this video is going to be delayed a couple minutes because the server's undergoing maintenance, probably for the Pokemon Global Link or something. So I'll get right back to that in a few minutes. Okay, I just realized I'm kind of an idiot, but I'm kind of smart at the same time. I'm going to talk about why I'm smart first, because it's a little better that way. So with this Xerneas, this is the Shiny Xerneas event from the 6th generation. It comes at level 100, and Xerneas' Learn Set is actually perfect for beating the Elite Four with. Now, as for why I'm dumb, I should have already beaten the Elite Four when you think about it, because it's only about defending your title and nothing else, and we've known about this for weeks. That when the Rare Fishing Spot global mission ended, there was an update with the Japanese Pokemon Global Link saying that the next one is going to be defend your title. And since you only need to defend one, you could have gotten this done at any time in between. Just do the 4 battles, and then you register for the global mission, and then you go and defend your title, and then you're done. So you could have gotten a little bit of it out of the way. You still have to put in the time regardless. That's where Xerneas comes into play, and it turns out to be a really awesome Pokemon because Move Relearner and the TM is all that you need. And unfortunately, like, I do hate this though. It's not just you walk up, you do the battle. We have to have the cutscene. We have to have the animations. It has to take a while. Also, turn off battle animations if you want to make it go by pretty quick. I've seen people saying that they can do the Elite Four and defending their title in as little as 15 minutes. I'd imagine the average is around 25 minutes. But if you are going for that optimization and you have the perfect Pokemon, it should be pretty good. So let me go and turn on my options and then just turn off the battle effects. Then I'm going to forget to turn them on for Fan Fridays, and that's just going to be how life is for a bit. But yeah, back to the Xerneas. So you get the Xerneas at level 100, you can just use Medicine on it, give it a high amount of attack and special attack, and then you just go to the Move Relearner. You give it Night Slash, Horn Leech, it gets Moonblast, and then Thunderbolt, and you're pretty much set. You can deal with anything in the Elite Four. So I'm testing this out right now. I haven't like gone through the Elite Four yet, but at least this is some live reaction to it. But yeah, as we saw, we can just go through Hollow with Moonblast. That's going to be really easy. At level 100, we're going to have a large advantage against all of the Pokemon anyways, and then we can put some EVs and stuff. It's free. Pretty much, if you have this event Pokemon, you can just get it done, and then this is going to lead to very fast Elite Four clearing. Now, I'm also probably not going to do it as fast as possible, like just mashing A and then, you know, just kind of optimizing for speed right there. Mostly because I'm just trying to do the commentary on top of it. But if you really want to get it done, I think that 15 minutes could be a possibility if you're just kind of grinding through like that. So yeah, I'm just going to mash Horn Leech on this. But also, it does get close combat. So yeah, I think you can one-shot everything if you have the close combat instead. Because Probopass kind of makes it awkward, but if you have the close combat, you get to do more damage. I just wanted to see like the difference, because I was thinking if I was using close combat and I couldn't KO something, that getting one shot isn't really that fun. But yeah, you can still get some damage down, so Probopass just one of those tanky outliers. I guess it's a commentary. I thought I was going to have an issue with some of the commentary for this video, but it looks like that's not going to be too bad. Man, Golem's also tanky. Never mind. Okay, maybe the close combat is the better one to run then. Because even at level 100, at -1 or 2 on defense, you should be able to survive some moves, since they're not going to be hitting you for like super effective shenanigans. Alright, testing out the Horn Leech, didn't work. We need that big damage off of that close combat. but I'm pretty sure we should still be able to get the Lycanroc with a Horn Leech at least, right? Alright, there we go. So yeah, still able to get the KOs. That was a critical hit, interestingly enough. And yeah, I was kind of worried. Oh, Carbink. Yeah, Carbink seems to also be a problem. How much more damage does a Moonblast do? Okay, so give Xerneas an item. I mean, just give it like the Pixie Plate or Life Orb or something. And maybe you don't even need Horn Leech or Close Combat or anything like that. You just run the damage down with the Moonblast. And there we go. So yeah, I was actually wondering what I was going to do for commentary, because nothing is really going on right now. I have a few things going on in my life, but it's kind of behind the scenes, and I can't really talk about it now. And I know I hate it when like YouTubers say that. It's like, oh yeah, we've got plans coming up, guys, but you gotta wait for it. I hate hearing that, so I hate saying it. But like, it's just one of those things where when everything kind of falls into place, cool things happen, and then that should be something really nice for the channel. And then everything else on my mind, I've turned into a video. All of my thoughts on Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon, that's in a video. Maybe I'll remember to link the playlist, because at least I did that. I took everything and I put it into a playlist. So yeah, playlist on Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon stuff. Check that out in the description if you haven't seen it. And then all my other complaints and thoughts are about the community just being dead right now, and I've been saying this for 3 years, and it's really not getting any better because no one else is doing anything inside the PokeTubing community. So and no one wants to hear me ramble about that when I'm doing just a video about the Pokemon news. So those are the updates. I don't really have anything going on, but at least I can provide you guys some nice information. And it's so long for these like transitions and going back and forth and stuff. I do like that you've been able to like go against the Elite Four in any order that you want to a degree for the last couple Pokemon games, but I would just rather go in a straight line. I think that's also a bit more challenging when you kind of have to keep the Pokemon alive and adapt as you go ahead instead of just kind of like take it at your pace. I wonder if there, like, if I actually like think about that, if there's actually a major difference or not. Alright, cool. So lead Sableye. Xerneas is going to be super free. Just Moonblast it, and then that's going to be a KO. Then everything else is a Night Slash. So hopefully we can get the KOs on Night Slash. If not, then maybe just like soft resetting, or if you already had like a special attack nature on the Xerneas, give it a Pixie Plate, and then you should be able to KO everything. Might need a Lepa Berry at some point, but I was just thinking like, oh yeah, Xerneas, you have theoretical super effective hits against all of the gym lead, or not the gym leaders, against all of the Elite Four members. So Palossand, it's a tanky mofo. Can the Night Slash do enough to take it out? All right, and a crit again on the KO that I really wanted to find out about. But we can just kind of go through that. So Delmise, that's also a tanky Pokemon, much like the Palossand. If we can do something with this, it's kind of points. So yeah. What? Okay, never mind. Maybe you just need Moonblast Pixie Plate the whole time. I shouldn't be wasting Moonblast PP like that. I was actually thinking that Xerneas would be like the most baller Pokemon ever for winning like this. Good, I was expecting the full restore. That's why I went for the Horn Leech, because I'm going to do a little bit of damage. And now I can do the Night Slash for the KO. So talking about this Elite Four clearing strategy, for the most part, Lunella is also a really good Pokemon as well. That gets very nice dual stab, and then at level 100, you're just doing crazy amounts of damage, and then you can also get the Dazzling Gleam. So you use Dazzling Gleam against Tala, and then you can just pretty much like neutral stab everything else. I think the only issue is like Skarmory. I think that's like the only issue I've had is like Skarmory, because it's just such a tanky Pokemon. But everything else, it looks like it's going down to the Night Slash. And if the Xerneas was properly EV trained as well, only has 100 EVs in attack and 100 EVs in special attack, because I just used medicine instead of EV training it. So it looks like for Get Up and Go Pokemon, just like use an event Pokemon, and I think Xerneas has the best coverage. I was looking at some of the other ones, like the mythical Pokemon distribution, but Xerneas just has mad stats, and like I said, it was pretty free event Pokemon right there. And we do have coverage for the most part. Also, I think mine's a quirky nature, because I didn't soft reset for it. I went, ooh, shiny Xerneas event. Done. Just like that. So, because of that, I'm kind of lacking on the highest amount of damage output. But we're still going to see how this one goes. And then I have the Thunderbolt, mostly just because super effective coverage. In theory, I'd imagine that I'd be able to hit everything for super effective hits and then do pretty well. So we'll see how Mandibuzz is. Actually, no, Mandibuzz is a Moonblast. Normally, Mandibuzz is also a Pokemon that's really I'm not going to say difficult, but it's not a one-hit KO whenever you're trying to do the Elite Four grind. As you can see, it would have been nice to get the Elite Four out of the way as soon as possible. And that's kind of it. So, reasons to do this, outside of the festival coins, outside of the rare candies, because I guess like, oh, you get 5 bonus levels by doing this one clear with the rare candies and stuff, and then going on to the Pokemon Global Link for the, or registering for the Pokemon Global mission. Yeah, as for leveling up, I still think the Beware method's better. Beware method turns into Beware shiny hunting at a higher experience rate that's kind of easier to spam. Like, once you find the Beware, and once you get it set up with the Aegislash, you actually start having a lot of fun. So let's see if this Thunderbolt will KO the Skarmory. Cool, but it has Sturdy. So yeah, that's kind of not cool when you think about it. I guess you just have to like throw away the garbage move, and then you one-shot the Skarmory. So yeah, it does have that KO potential. Maybe that's why I wasn't having too much of an issue with my Lunala. Because when you use Lunala, yeah, you can just like hit it with a Psychic and then go into the Shadow Ball. That's a KO. Moongeist Beam, also pretty easy to score KOs with. Let's see, Crobat's going to resist the Moonblast, but will the Thunderbolt be enough? Outspeed Sludge Bomb, and yeah, okay, so we still have enough on the Thunderbolt. That's reassuring on the Xerneas. Then we see the Toucanon. Toucanon's not that strong of a Pokemon. We don't have to worry about its signature move since we're not making a contact and we're not worrying about getting burned right now. We one-shot the Mandibuzz. And yeah, okay, this one's going a little better. Definitely a bit more efficient on this one. So this is kind of like showing more optimal play. I think the Xerneas still has some potential, but you guys probably already have your Elite Four Pokemon. That just goes back to like the level 100 grind. I think Beware kind of works better for level 100. Money effectively starts becoming very useless very quick in Pokemon Sun and Moon, so doing it for the money. And then the cutscenes. Like, I don't like moving around. I don't like the cutscenes. I think the Beware method is much more mentally AFK. Unfortunately, you can't just mash A because like then you could KO the original Beware, but you just have to kind of keep an eye out for the PP. Every time you use like a Leopard Bear or two, just switch targets, and then yeah, you'll be good to go, and you're getting insane amounts of experience and maybe a potential shiny. So really, I wonder if there was an SOS encounter one. That would have been cooler. You know, chain a certain amount of SOSs and then make it like 10 for the minimum and 500,000 for the whole event. As for getting 100,000 total, is doable. If everyone watching this video does it, but like that's the thing, it's easy. But I'm wondering if people just can't be bothered for it. We do have 2 weeks, but I don't see people doing this like multiple times. Because like I said, it's not worth it for level 100. Also, before I screw it up, now this is where we go to the Festival Plaza and then we set it up. So I'm going to save just in case. And the video could end right here, because like everyone knows it's easy to defend your title. Depending on who you go up against, there's like really good matchups. Like if I go against a Dragon guy and I have the Xerneas, that's gonna be GG. But let's see if there's still maintenance going on. Maintenance has been going on for like 5 hours now, which is why I was really mad that I wasn't gonna be able to finish off this video. And then I realized, wait a second, you just have to beat the Elite Four at any time before then you defend your title. It kind of reminds me of the Pokepelago, that there was the Harvest. Yeah. So I guess we'll just end it here. I'm gonna like I've done the hard work. Like okay, it's now just one battle. And then I have the Pokemon Global Mission done just like that. It reminds me of like the beans, the Harvest Poke Beans. They just go into the Pokepelago, you grab all your beans for the day, and then you're done, and then the Global Mission's complete just like that. And then you get 5 rare candies, the extra ball, as well as the 4,000 festival coins. So the only thing I can hope for is that in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon that the festival coins are transferable. Please make it like, I'm pretty sure that the Pokemiles were transferable, right? It was so long ago, I'm trying to remember that. But yeah, the Pokemiles, that was a really good idea. And I would like to be able to just kind of spin these 20-something thousand festival coins I have right now. As for that, comment down below if you're going to participate. My thought, share your Elite Four experiences. Because there's still like debates. Some people still think that the Elite Four is better than the Beware method. Still a toss-up, and I'm not a big fan of Game Freak doing that. I've kind of like ranted about this. See, that's the thing, I have nothing to talk about anymore because I've made so many videos. I've been like doing 2 videos a day since Pokemon Sun and Moon came out. All of my opinions are already in the YouTube space, so it's really just like new fans and stuff, or people that didn't like watch the videos all the way through, kind of like this one. Because I feel like it was really weird for Game Freak to make the highest experience gain in the Elite Four. like, to a degree, it feels like that's how it should be. But also at the same time, that's going to cap out the, like, maximum experience rates at a pretty low rate, especially if you're going for, like, level 100 Pokemon with Hyper Training introduced. I'd imagine with Hyper Training introduced, they would have had another way of getting massive amounts of experience. Even with, like, the Pokepelago skip, even with, like, all of the other things going on with Pokemon, the highest way, like, the fast way of getting one Pokemon level 100 still took half a day. And that's for, you know, with all this hyper training and trying to, like, equalize the playing field with all the hackers and all the hyper competitive players out there, didn't really work out. Like, Blissey bases with hyper training is a much stronger combo than just playing the Elite Four. And also, like, the diminishing returns on experience, or, like, the black and white system for experience is kind of weird. So, like, I wish there was a better snowball mechanic for gaining extra experience, sharing across the team, and then getting Pokemon level 100. Either way, I feel that the demand is low for this, and it's just going to be interesting if this actually turns out to be a global mission that we succeed. Will we finally fail one after, like, 6 in a row or something? So there we go, guys. Rambly news update. Hope you guys just had me hanging out in the background, talking about Pokemon stuff, and there we go. So, guys, enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.